Hello everyone, I want to welcome you to my craft and chat series. This is something a little different that I've been wanting to do, and I'm finally just going to jump in and do it. Things keep popping up where I have not been able to start this, and I would really just like to go ahead and get started with it. So I've been wanting to use this gorgeous journal that was created by Kim at Life, Health, and Wellness. And it is just so beautiful. I have a video of the entire book, going through the entire book when I received it, so I will link that below in the description. But I really wanted to get started using this. When she sent it to me, I knew exactly what I wanted to use it for, and I'm finally going to get started with that. My husband and I took our grandchildren to Colorado this past June, and my in-laws have a home there in the mountains, and so we finally got to take our 3 grandchildren, and I want to document our trip using this beautiful journal that Kim sent to me. So I'm not sure how I want to attack this project. I think probably what I will do is divide the project into the days that we spent in Colorado and just do it that way. But I'm trying to decide also how I want to decorate. I think probably what I will do, because my mind works in a more organized fashion, and so I think what I will do is probably go through and attach the photos and the souvenirs to the book, and then at some point I'll probably go back and maybe add some more decorations and things like that. But we'll see what happens. This is something a little bit different from what I typically do on my channel, but it is something that I've been wanting to do. So let me just show you the cover here. And I believe that I did purchase something when we were in the Rocky Mountains to put on the cover, but I cannot recall right now. But we'll get to that at some point. So something that I think is going to be a challenge is doing the photos, because I don't know about any of you, but I'm just not comfortable showing photos of my family members, especially my young grandsons. I did have a situation with one of my videos in the past that I took down because I got a bizarre comment. So we'll see what happens. And as you can see, I picked out some papers. One of the other things that I wanted to do is I did not want to purchase anything other than what I could find in my craft room. So I went through some of my scrap papers that I saved, and I want to use the scrap papers. I want to use some of the items that I just found. Now, we did not fly, we drove, but I figured, you know, it's travel theme. So I thought I could use some of these things that I found, and I have some old stamps. So we'll see what happens. I may wind up not even using any of these items, but I did pull them out quickly, and they are set aside in case I want to use them. So let me go ahead and just get started with the first photo, and I will kind of tell you a little bit about our trip as we go along, not to get into great detail, but we did have a great time. We enjoy spending time with our grandsons. There's 3 little boys. They are like stair steps. They're spaced pretty closely together, and it's always a challenge when we are traveling or going somewhere in the car. My husband is usually in charge of taking them to the restroom, and any of you that have 3 little boys, you know what type of a challenge that can be. So at one point, he had to take all 3 of them into one restroom, and they were all lined up. So I figured that would start our journey, because that's the way it started, and it was just so funny. And I think that's the first photo that I'm going to use. And I found this really cool I guess it's like a city or something. I'm not sure where. I can't. I just picked out some papers that kind of complemented the colors that Kim used in the journal, and we'll just start with that. Okay, so I have the first photo. I just took some cardstock paper and made a mat, and I used this adorable travel themed paper. And I think what I will do, I don't know if any of you have this punch, but it makes corners, and I just love it. I think I bought it at a thrift store or a yard sale, but I just love this punch. And I've been thinking about going through and getting rid of the punches that I no longer use, even though I love them. And this one will definitely not leave my craft room. So I love just finishing off photos with these corners. I just think it makes a more finished look. So that is probably what I'll do with this particular page. And again, I will probably come back and add some more things. This was our first day, and it was a travel day, so I don't have too many souvenirs to add, but I may try to go back in and add some other things. Okay, so I have the photo placed on the first page, and you can see I put the photo corners. I just really like the way that makes it look so nice and finished. And I did leave some space at the top because I think I'll go back in and probably either hand stamp or print out a title up there, maybe something like, "And here we go," and "We're off," something like that. If anyone has any good suggestions for me on what that title should be, I would love to hear it. So that's one page. I'm going to say partially finished because I probably won't add too much to this particular page. I like more of a neat and clean look, if that makes sense. And so I think that's probably how I will go about this book. Okay, so I have the next two photos on their mat, and I just used this cardstock paper, and I don't have any of the names or anything because they were all loose pages, so I apologize for that. But here is some of the little silly things that I struggle with because, as I said, I do like things to look more organized. So my options in my mind are, do the photos go like this, or do I off-center them like this? So I'm not sure what I want to do. I don't really have a good idea of what I want to add to these pages. So for now, I may just leave them like that and come back to them later. As I said, I just really don't have a good plan for how I want to attack this. So I think it will just be kind of a creation in the making, and I'll just go with it and try not to overthink things too much. So let me go ahead and turn the page, and this is one of my favorite pages. I may have to come up with a better way to do this. I didn't really think about how I was going to do it with the photos, but I may go through and cover all of them that have the faces on them. So this photo will go here. This is a photo of my in-laws' home, and my grandsons are standing out on the deck. This is the first day we got there, so they were just trying to take it all in. And the house is on the side of a mountain, so this photo I do feel comfortable showing, and that's my three grandsons running up the side of the mountain. They just really enjoyed the trip. So I thought I would put a few of the photos of them running up the mountain here like that. And then this is a cool little feature that Kim included. It's a card. It says The Good Life, and to me it looks like they are living the good life right there. So I thought I would put another photo behind it, and then maybe I can do some journaling or something like that. I can add some paper on there and do some journaling. I think that's what I will do with that one. Okay, so this says for office use only, but I will probably put something over that. Maybe something like this to go over it. I'm not sure, but I thought that would be cute, and then I can do some journaling on that page. I think that's what I will do. And you'll be able to see that you'll be able to see a photo of the boys poking through the cutouts. And I love the way she did this flip out page here. So there is that. I like the way that came out, and you can see the boys peeking through there. And I think I will go ahead and mat these photos and include them like that. Let me see what paper I have over here. I think since she has this is hand painted by Kim, and I think I will go with maybe a paper that isn't as prominent. I don't want to take away from the beautiful painting that she did. So I think I'll go with the gray. Okay, so I have put the mats on the photos. I'm still trying to decide if I want to do the photo corners on everything. I think that I do, just to have some consistency throughout the book. As I said, my mind just works more organized like that. That's what makes sense to me. And so I think that is what I will do. So I will add some corners, and I will just put those on there like that. I would prefer to not stop the video, but I just don't know how much space my phone has on it, so I don't want to run out of storage. And I think I will go ahead and use this travel piece. It's just an extra little piece I saved because I do quite a bit get orders for travel journals and baby books that have a travel theme. So I just save little bits here and there that I think I might be able to use. And I think I'm going to use this piece in my journal. So I think I like that. And I may even come back and put something else there just to give it a little bit more of a finished look. But we can always do that later. I think what I'm trying to do is just probably do things in layers. And I often do that in the baby books that I create. I will work on them and then come back through and add another layer of decorations or embellishments or whatever it is. And then I probably should have put something back there to make that look a little finished. And I may need to cut it a little bit shorter so it doesn't... Yes, see, those are the trial and error things that happen to me all the time. So hopefully I'm not the only one. but we'll have to fix that because I don't want that bending. So, and we just had a great time on this vacation. It was just kind of low-key, and initially I had planned on not cooking at all. I cook all the time at home. We rarely eat out just to have, well, to save money for one, and then two, I can just control what goes into the food. I typically like to make more healthy dinners, not to say that we don't indulge sometimes, but I was feeling like I did not want to cook at all on this trip, and that didn't last, because when you don't eat out, you are not used to that type of food, and so okay, this is not sticking to the paper here. I guess this is like parchment paper or wax paper, so if someone knows a trick, please let me know. I've never tried to glue anything to parchment paper. I think it's parchment. I don't think it's wax paper. And it's not sticking. So I would love to hear any suggestions on that. And let me see what I can do to fix this. If I can pull that off and cut it down a bit. There we go. All right, that is perfect now. So the other thing that I did, I had one extra picture and I wanted to use it. So I just punched it out with my heart punch. I love this punch as well. And I think I will just add it on this page right here. So we spent most of our time, we did go out and do things, and we had some specific things that we wanted to take the boys to do and see, but we did spend a lot of time at my in-laws' house. It's a tourist vacation spot, but it is quaint. The people are friendly, and it's absolutely beautiful. So there we have that. I think we will probably stop right there. As I said, I don't know how much space is on my phone. I'm using my phone to film, so I think this will be our first trial for today. Bear with me, I do hope to get a better flow. This is really my first time of doing a video like this on my channel. I typically do a show and tell instead of a craft with me type video, so if you're interested, stay tuned. I will probably do at least maybe 8 to 10 more videos until I get the book finished. We did go out there for a week, so my plan is to try to get through maybe one vacation day on each video, but we'll see what happens. Please do let me know if you like this type of content. Leave a comment for me, like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.